You guys, I never thought I'd make this video, but I used to believe that eating meat was bad and that I shouldn't eat meat and that it was unhealthy for like whatever reason. I don't even know where I got that, right? And then my body started telling me, you need to eat meat. Like I could just feel like these intuitive downloads over and over again. You need to eat meat, eat meat, eat meat. And so I did. Started eating chicken sandwiches, started eating roast beef, started having a steak every night. And I'll tell you what, I feel like so much better. So much better. Like the emotional clarity is there. Like I feel grounded, I feel centered, I don't have brain fog. Like I feel really good. I have tons of energy all day. And this video is actually not about eating meat. Like I don't think that you should eat meat because I'm over here like, hey, I'm eating meat and I feel great. This video is about not listening to your ego anymore and listening to your intuition. Like, what is it that your body is telling you to do that you have preconceived notions around that you shouldn't do because it's bad or it's wrong or it's not going to work or such and such type of people don't do that, right? Like, what are those things in your consciousness? Because acknowledging the thing that your body is telling you to do just may change your life, okay? So, like last summer, I kept extremely getting the download to eat meat. And so I did. I started eating it all the time. I felt a lot better. But like, this was just like not very conscious, but I just kept thinking about how I shouldn't eat it and like it wasn't good for me. And I just was like, where did I get this? And when I think about it, I think I got it from like society. Like it's constantly telling us that meat's not good and you shouldn't eat meat and this diet's bad and that diet's bad. I really never pay too terrible much attention to any of that. Like I did not grow up with beliefs about food being good or bad or any of that, but I've somehow been influenced anyway without even my realizing it. So I finally just started like listening to myself. The reason why I listen to myself is random things in the universe kept happening and people kept telling me things. First thing that happened was this YouTube video comes up on my feed, right? And there's this girl, she got a picture of before and after her body. She's like a 30-pound difference in the pictures, you know what I mean? And she's like, oh, I'm eating meat, I'm not even working out, and my body changed dramatically. And I was like, oh, that's so fascinating, especially because I haven't been looking that up. I have not been typing that, and I also hadn't been speaking about that. Like, it was something that, like, it, like, came in my feed, and I was like, that's interesting, let me click on, but, like, I wasn't, you know, saying it out loud, and then the algorithm responding to me is where I'm going with this. So I watched the video, I'm like, that's cool. Then I go to work. My friend there, I'm talking to him, and he's like, hey, he's like, oh, I only ate meat. And like, I don't remember how we got on the subject. I was like, really? I said, well, why'd you make that decision? And he was like, well, I've done a lot of research on it. And he's like, I even did blood tests to like figure out what was best for me. He's like, and then I experimented with things that I feel really great when I eat meat. And he's like, and I also hate vegetables. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And so I thought this was interesting. And I did notice that when I was like eating more roast beef sandwiches, because I love roast beef, and chicken sandwiches, I was feeling a lot better. And then I'm talking to my other friend, and I'm standing outside, a totally different person, and he's like, oh yeah, well my girlfriend like actually only eats meat now. I was like, that's so interesting. Why is that? Started asking all these questions. And he was like, oh, well, you know, she had done a lot of research on it, and she's also like studying like dietitian or nutrition or something in school, because she's in college. And he said she started eating it like 8 months ago. It took her like a couple months to transition fully to it. But like when she did, within 2 months of like fully transitioning into that, he said her body changed dramatically. And she just like stopped being so bloated. And she had like mild autoimmune issues. And she stopped like having those issues being so severe. They're a lot more mild now. And he was like, it's very, very drastic. He's like, I'm actually thinking of doing it too. I was like, okay. So after that, I was like, you know what? Let's try it. I've had a steak every night since last week. And I'm going to tell you, I feel so much better. I literally, like, I feel so much better. So much better. And then it made me really question and ask myself, like, where did I get these ideas? Like, who told me this? Where did I get the idea that, like, meat's unhealthy, shouldn't eat that, I should only eat vegetables? And I'm like, you know, here's how I feel about this. Following what you feel inside of you is what you should do. Okay, that's how I feel about this. I'm not saying you should eat meat because I'm deciding to eat meat. That is 100% not the message of the video, okay? But what I am saying is, you know, what is your body telling you? What is your intuition telling you? What is that, like, feeling you're getting all of the time that, like, you're not acknowledging because you feel like it's wrong or that you shouldn't do it or it's bad for you or, like, fill in the blank. You know what I mean? Like, the sacred cow that everybody has, oh, don't do that. Like, you know, what is that thing? Because like allow yourself to like break through. I'm going to give you a list of the things that have happened since I've started having steak every night. And Lord, it's only been a week. I'll give you another update at some point. So the number one thing I've noticed is that like my energy is very even. Like I'm very present and I'm grounded. I didn't realize before how many mood swings I was having. Like I was kind of like, you know, doing this. And now I just feel so like present, grounded, solid. I'm like, this is really nice. Like I've got so much more focus. Okay, so that's number 2. No brain fog and way more focus. Well, I guess I have a little bit of brain fog, but it's like this big, whereas before my brain fog was like this big and now it's like this big, and it's just like a little bit in the morning. But really, honestly, compared to how I was before, it's like there's almost no brain fog. Like, I am just like clear. I just feel good. You know what I mean? So that's number 2. Number 3, I have more energy. Like, I'm not needing to go to sleep after I eat something or feel like really tired after I eat something. Now, I'm not eating full meat. Like, I'm still eating like other things too. I'm just eating way more meat. So I have massive more energy. Number 4, I've noticed that because I'm more full, like I feel full, like I'm actually getting enough calories now. I guess I must not have been before. I feel like I don't desire to eat chips or crackers or ice cream or sweets or whatever. Like all those like little things I was like eating all the time. Although I do think this might be because I eat so many pickled things. The other thing my intuition was telling me to do was eat more pickled stuff. So I've actually started eating sauerkraut and pickles for breakfast. And then I'll have something hot right after that. I'm going to get to why I have something hot right after that in a minute. But my intuition has been screaming at me to eat more pickled things. So maybe like a week and a half ago, I was going to do pickled things for 24 hours, right? And because I really feel like my gut flora is out of alignment. And so the divine guidance was pickled stuff. Okay, so I got pickled stuff at the farmer's market. So I really only made it 3/4 of the day, and then I just couldn't help it. I just had a steak. Like I just folded, had a steak. But I still feel really good from just doing that, like pickled fast for 3/4 of a day. Literally right after that, I noticed I stopped craving so much dairy, so many sweets, and so much ice cream. Like I just like haven't cared, haven't been dreaming of cheese like I usually am. I'm usually dreaming of cheese. I'm just like, don't. It's like it's just not there. So I do think that the cravings things had more to do with the pickled things than the meat. So I am eating a lot of pickled things every day. Number 5. Number 5 is, simpler. I was like, I can't read. I wrote the things I want to tell you guys. I can't even read my own writing. Simpler. For some reason, like making my diet like simpler, like it feels so much better. Like eating way more meat, well that takes like a huge chunk of what I need to decide to eat on every week out. So it just feels like so simple. So let me tell you, here's what I've been loving. As I've been tuning into my body and feeling what I love. I love the meat and the pickled things and really love red leaf lettuce, love capers, and love vinegar. I freaking love balsamic vinegar. It is like so good to me. So every night I've been having a steak, I've been having a filet. I'm getting him at Trader Joe's, the meat that's from Argentina. And I have been making a red leaf lettuce salad with the capers and the vinegar on top, and that's just amazing for me. I've been eating pickled things for breakfast because that was what my intuition was telling me to do, and so I feel better with that. Right after that, I do have something hot. So I'm either having hot sweet potatoes or hot like soup dumplings that I am buying those at Trader Joe's. I'm trying to transition to like no processed food at all, but this is a process, like we're getting there. Because the other thing my intuition is telling me to do is stop eating processed food. So, yeah, these are the things that I'm loving at the moment. I'm going to finish eating maybe some of the things in my cabinet, maybe not. I feel like I might just go through and throw a lot of things out. I feel like I might like to eat some more ham. I'm just kind of like feeling in my body what I want to eat. I would like to find roast beef that's like more like grass-fed or farm-raised or something to the nature of that. We'll see how that goes. But I have been buying more meat at the farmer's market, like last time I went. So I bought some chicken thighs so I can roast some chicken, make some soup. I can boil the bones in the soup because I really feel like I should do that as well. So the point of my whole entire story here is you need to do what your body's telling you and not do all these things that society tells you to do or like preconceived notions from like when you grew up. I realized I didn't really eat that much meat growing up, but I think it really was because I grew up poor, not because my mother had any preconceived notions around meat. But I just think I got like kind of programmed by society that meat's bad, you shouldn't eat meat, it's unhealthy for you. And I'm like, I got a psychic thought in the shower earlier. And that thought was that there's, like, I need the good fats that are in meat. Like, it's good for my brain and like neurotransmitters and like all things like that. So yeah, this is my story. This is what I wanted to share. And you know what? I may only desire to do this for 3 months, and then my guidance might tell me to do something else, and I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to do it. Years ago, my intuition was like, you should have fruit and vegetable Sundays. So you know what? Every Sunday I only ate fruit and vegetables, no processed foods, only fruit and vegetables, and I could eat as many as I wanted, as long as it was a fruit or a vegetable. And I actually started to feel fantastic. On Monday, I would feel so good. So good. But it was kind of boring to eat that way, so I only did it on Sunday. But I will tell you that at the time, that was the divine guidance. I followed it, and it made me feel so much better. Right now, my intuition has been screaming at me to stop drinking smoothies in the morning, and so I have. And that really I should eat something warm in the morning. I should eat the sauerkraut and then maybe eat like warm sweet potatoes, or like sweet potatoes and quinoa or meat or something like that, and not, you know, all this cold stuff. This is Moss. The Moss kitty. Moss loves me, obviously. So the other thing that I wanted to tell you guys is I started using ChatGPT to ask it questions about Chinese medicine and like different things about how I feel and what this means. And one of the things that came up was that my spleen, qi, is weak. Right? And the spleen and the stomach are paired in Chinese medicine, and I'm learning all about it. By no means I'm an expert, but one thing that it was talking about was that one of the worst things you can do when your spleen energy is weak is have like really cold drinks in the morning. Iced drinks, smoothies, stuff like that. So I've been really focusing on, after I have my pickled things, because that's what my intuition is telling me to do, that I then eat hot food after that. And I'm making sure that all of my food is hot. And I'm also making sure I don't let myself get too cold. If I feel like I'm getting too cold, I will get in the shower and make sure that I can warm myself up. And I feel a lot better. So anyways, these are my stories. And please let me know in the comments how you feel. Like, what is the thing that you haven't been listening to yourself about? Like, what is the thing your gut instinct is telling you to do that, like, you're afraid other people will judge you for, or that you shouldn't do because it's wrong, etc. Like, making this video, I was like, most of my audience probably not gonna like this video, but I was like, I'm not here to make you like me. Like, I want to tell you what feels good to me and what feels true to me. Like, that's why I wanted to make this video. And hopefully you see within you the thing that you have been rejecting, that your intuition is like, hey, hello, hi, I'm your intuition. I'm telling you to do da-da-da-da, right? So, yeah. Okay, guys. It's good talking to you guys, and I will make another video soon because, hey, I have more energy now, which is what this whole video was about. Sorry, I'm sitting in front of my singing bowls. Okay. Bye!